Hey guys, one of these, always here with the pack of Smarties. It's your boy, Mikey. So, gonna be switching things up today. Just went on the Facebook site right before making the old vid here. So, Mr. Blursy, wondering if your boy could do a video with his left hand, instead of what we're all so familiar with the right hand. We're gonna see if I can get her done. So, word to the boy. Having said that, your boy's feeling a lot better now. I don't really know why. I think it's probably all the support from y'all. Maybe the pressure's letting off a little bit. We're gonna see how things throw down. The car even seems to be driving a little better today. So, gotta get on here early. Make a video maybe more people can see instead of friggin' like 11 o'clock at night. But I was in mode where I don't give a rat's A. And when you're like that, you just get it up there to get it up. So here I am, lively and fresh today. Want to talk about cars. Told you about the repair conundrum last night. I thought it might be fun to tell some car stories. So, gonna tell you guys a couple stories and about a little of Mikey's life experiences. Share some of your own if you please. After, be fun to hear. Cog already threw into this a little bit last night with his swamp car. It's pretty fresh. So, to get us started, I want to tell you a little bit about your boy's history with cars. You see, when I turned 16 years old, I ran a stop sign and almost got killed. But that's not quite where I'm going with this. You see, my parents pressured your boy, which probably needed, to get his driver's license for a reason. Because they were delivering cars back and forth from an auto auction for a local dealer and making money to drive the cars. So they were getting us boys on board, making a little extra cashola to pay the bills. So when it's Mikey's turn to get on board, we go out driving. But every time the guys only had stick shifts, if there wasn't an automatic available, your boy had to just ride in the car with somebody else and not make the dinero. So one day we're driving home, a car from the auction that's a stick shift, and my dad says, "Yo, Mikey, get your butt up here. You're learning how to drive a stick shift." I said, "Dad, this isn't even our freaking car." He said, "Best way to learn." I'm thinking, why? Because I grind somebody else's gears and clutch? So I get puttering along. I'm doing okay. We get up to this friggin' stop, four-way stop. It's on a hill about this steep. And your boy, if any of y'all driven a stick shift, you know what I'm saying. It ain't the easiest thing to drive stick on a hill. This is your boy's first time ever driving a stick shift. So I'm sitting there praying, please, please, please don't let anybody drive up behind me. So we're sitting there waiting. This must have been a light, actually. I had to have been waiting for a light. That's what it was. Because then it would have been stop and go. So this was definitely a light. I'm sitting there, please, 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 change before somebody gets behind me. And of course, you know your boy's luck. That one going down. Some guy not only got behind me, he got right up on my freaking butt about so far away. So I thought one of two things was going to happen. Either I'm going to let this roll back a little, try and put it in the first gear and hit him, or I'm going to gun this sucker to make sure when I'm throwing down the gas, it just shoots off, and that's what I did. So I put that clutch all the way down, I put that gas all the way down, I put it in the first gear and I went, woo, right on out of there, but I didn't hit nobody. So that's how I learned to drive a stick. on somebody else's vehicle. Probably the best way to do it. Little did the car dealer know what was going down, but I guess that's a story for a different day. So, first car your boy owned, 1993 Chrysler the Baron. This sucker had all the bells and whistles. You see, neither me nor the wife had a car going into the marriage, so we needed a car, but we didn't have a lot of money. So my dad, Mr. Know-It-All, Mr. Driving Hot Rods growing up, I thought he knew everything there was to know about cars. So I take him out with me. He's gonna hook me up. I just know it with the sweetest ride for the money. So we go up this car dealership. He looks at this LeBaron and he says, "Yo, Mikey, this is the car for you." Let me paint y'all a little picture. This car had those flip lights go up and down. One of the lights wouldn't go down. This car had major clear coat disaster on the hood. This car had half an antenna. It was missing the cover for the gas cap. But this was a car for me. My favorite part was that they had to jump start it first even to go on a test drive. But I'm thinking, Pops knows best. He knows what he's doing. We go on a little test drive. It goes okay. We go back. He says, "Let's sign the paperwork." I'm thinking, I'm not so sure, Pops, but you're the man. And I'm too passive in my life at this point. So let's go ahead and do it. So we buy the car. We take it home. Couple weeks later, go and get married. We go do our receptions. We're heading down to southern Utah. The frickin' car breaks down. And this is a couple weeks after I bought it. It breaks down in this little town in the middle of nowhere, Utah. We drive to a Arby's, go eat some lunch, come back out to leave, put it in reverse and hear this. I'm thinking, I don't know a whole lot about cars, but this freaking sucks. But you know, it could have been worse, because right next door was a motel. Right across the street was a repair shop. So it could have been oh so worse. So we push the car to the repair shop. We go check into the motel. They fix the car. Oh, gotta tell the rest of the story. So I call up the guy we buy the car from. He's actually from my neighborhood at home. I said, "Yo, Holmes, you sell me this freaking car." 2 weeks later, it broke down. He said, "Yo, Mikey, I sold it to you as is. That means when you take it out the door, it's yours." I said, "This is BS, Holmes. I'm on my honeymoon. I'm down here. We're trying to have the time of our life. We're sitting in a motel while the car's a repair shop. I ain't thrown down like this. It's the first time, guys, I ever had balls in my life. I told it how it was. I threw down mentally ill style for the first time. I gave the guy so much crap, made him feel so guilty. He said, "Okay, we will pay for the repairs." So they pay for the repairs. We take the car down to southern Utah, have a good old time. Drove through a stop sign looking for the house of a famous person in St. George, Utah. There's a cop right there. He pulls your boy over. I said, "Please, please, I'm on my honeymoon." He said, "Okay, we're letting you off this time, Mikey, but just this time." I said, "You're the man." So we're driving home from our honeymoon. We're going up I-15, you know, about 70 miles an hour. All of a sudden, these two chicks come pulling up on our butt in a freaking Jeep. And they're cussing at us and flipping us off. We're wondering what the crap we did. I freaked out. I'm going bipolar nuts. I said to the wife, "Yo, shoot that thing down. Put that gas pedal to the metal." So we get going about 100 freaking miles an hour. My wife's totally tripping out. She never driven over 60, I doubt. So I said, "Take that turn off." And she goes off. We go up in this hill. We wait for it to go by. It was a crazy experience. So that's a Chrysler LeBaron. We had it for a couple of years. We did a lot of work to it. Thing was a freaking lemon. It was really sweet when it worked right. First car I'd ever been around had all the bells and whistles, even though half of them didn't work. So we traded that car in on a 1993 Dodge Shadow ES. ES, this car means had turbo. It was a fine ride. It was one of my favorites ever. You see, it was only 4-cylinder, but it was a pretty small car. When you punch that gas down and hit that turbo, woo, off you went. So we got this car, we're going to college. I go down to see my homeboy that got off the train a couple months before from nowhere. I go down, watch him drink and have a good old time. We watch King of the Hill, the very first episode ever. So I say, yo, Holmes, I gotta go home. I better roll. So I get trucking on down the road. It's 11 o'clock at night, whatever. So I'm going through this stoplight, and I'm going straight, and this girl's coming the other way, and she's turning. And the light's about to turn red, so I'm going through. This girl pulls in front of me. She wasn't even into the turning lane yet, so it wasn't my fault at all. I'm just trying to get through the light. All of a sudden, I remember thinking in my head, this chick is frickin' turning in front of me. Now, with Mikey's excellent driving skill, there's no way in crap I was avoiding this wreck. So she makes that turn, I'm going, oh shiz, oh shiz, oh shiz, boom, smacks her front, and oh my sweet little ride, spinning, about 5 times in a couple seconds. I stop on the side of the road, I'm a little stomach sick, I'm a little full of adrenaline, I'm a little getting pissed, get out of the car, find out the girl's okay. She's on her way home from driving school from the last accident she was in. She did not drive. Plain and simple. So the cop comes over and tells me this. He says, yo, Mikey, you're cool. Her insurance paying for the damage because she wasn't driving in a correct manner and she's home coming home from driving school. I was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. So we got the car repaired by Mako or some crap. I'll tell you guys, don't ever buy a car that's been wrecked. The car was never the same. So we go moving up to Park City. Well, first of all, while we're still living there, we need another car, so we get this van from my parents. The dang thing was a Caravan. The dang thing half the time wouldn't stop when you put on the brakes. So I'd go driving into my apartment complex. I'd go find a spot. I'd go up kind of fast. I'd slam on the brakes. Half the time that wouldn't work, boom, I'd smack that curb. Oh, the joys. Get that thing reversed wasn't too easy either. So we get up to Park City. We got this little car. We're starting to have a couple kids. We need something else. We go down to Salt Lake and buy a Caravan that's forest green, beautiful van. The thing was a frickin' lemon from the moment we bought it, however. Always breaking down. It broke down day after we got it. So we were pretty pissed. We tried to go through with the dealer. Mikey didn't go mentally ill style like he should. So they screwed us. So anyway, the wife is driving to work up in Park City, Utah. She got a little native baiter in the back. He's like 2 months old in his car seat. So she's cruising down the straightaway. She frickin' rams into the back of somebody. Totally destroys the van. So we're like, what the frick do we do now? Well, I got a job working for a place cleaning hot tubs and pools in the Park City, Deer Valley area. I frickin' loved it. It was so much dang fun. But I need a car. So we go down to Salt Lake. We go to this guy's house. He's got a 1985 Ford Escort for $1,000. We go down there, we drive the car around a little bit, it seems to do okay. That thing's beat her, man. It is beat to crap. But for some reason I loved it. It was a stick shift, I had a lot of fun. So we buy that thing, it barely got back up the mountain to Park City. In fact, we drove away from the guy's house we bought it from. Him and his wife were hugging each other like they had just won the $1 million lottery. Kind of got me thinking, what the crap's going on? What did I get into? But, so we barely get it up to Park City. I drive that thing all over up there. I'm freaking going up people's driveways and crap on these steep hills and that thing. I had all my pool equipment in. Dude, that thing was friggin' fun. Remember one house, middle of winter, I'm going to drive up this really steep driveway because I didn't want to have to walk up and fall on my butt. So it goes up and then it levels out. I thought if I can get to the top and level out, I'm going to be fine. So I get back a little ways, and you know those things ain't that powerful. I go shooting up that hill. I get about 3/4 up, all of a sudden I go, oh crap. The car completely stopped and started sliding backwards. And I'm thinking, if it slides sideways, it's going to roll. I'm completely screwed. But it didn't. It just kind of went like this and went down a little bit sideways. I hit the asphalt at the bottom and shook. Did that deter you, boy? No freaking way. I'm like, I'm doing this crap. If I roll over, I ain't losing much. Car's only worth a couple $100. Maybe a little excited going upside down. I don't know. Maybe I was manic. I get to the bottom of the hill. I shoot that sucker even harder. I'm going. Get about 10 feet from the top. Old familiar feeling. The car stops. It starts sliding backwards. I'm like, is this the time that I'm going to roll? It went straighter that time. So I'm like, third time's the charm, baby. So I got back even further. I gunned it even harder, and I went choo-choo-choo. You know that crap how you like scoot the car, you know, thinking you're going to help it get up there, and I'm all get up there. I'm like 5 feet away. I'm really squirming. Man, come on, baby, let's go. I got it up there that time. I was so proud. So anyway, funny story to the end of that car. And I think we're going to end it today. We're getting ways into it. After this one, I'll tell you about more cars tomorrow. So, we're driving around, you know, doing my thing and that. Driving up and down and over and here and there. If you've ever been to Park City or up in mountainous towns, you know about how you're doing a lot of ups and downs. And that little sucker can do it. But one day, I'm driving to the McDonald's. I need my Big Mac. Got having a Big Mac tack. So I'm trucking down the road. I go into the turn lane, and you got to understand, at this place, you turn left and go up a hill, and then you make a right-hand turn into the Mickey D's. It was about 50 feet up off ground level. So I'm getting ready to gun it to make that turn, to make that right to get up to Mick's. And I frickin' put down the clutch and a big boom explosion. Pieces go flying everywhere. The clutch just goes flat to the ground. I'm like, I'm screwed. So I slam on the brakes. I put on the emergency brake. I sit there and wonder if anybody's going to help me. Any of y'all know about Park City or Breckenridge or, you know, all these fancy skiing resort towns. A lot of millionaire types up there that don't really appreciate people breaking down in their way. So while I'm sitting there waiting for help, I got people drive by flipping me off, yelling at me to get my piece of crap out of the road. I'm getting really frustrated. Can't believe people be so freaking mean. I'm like, why don't you get out of your freaking car and help me push it? Then maybe I can get out of your precious way. I'm there for like 20 minutes. I don't even have a cell phone. I'm at the mercy of somebody or the cops if they ever showed up. All of a sudden, behind me, this car pulls up. These two little high school girls from Salt Lake. They say, "Hey, you have car problems?" I'm like, "Yeah, nobody will freaking help me." They're like, "Yeah, people up here are kind of stuck up." I said, "Yeah, I guess so." So these two little girls from Salt Lake, little cute petite girls, they get out. They're helping your boy push the car up around the corner, get it in the Mickey D parking lot. I said, "Oh, thank you so much." So I use their phone. I call the tow service. I said, "Yo, Holmes, my clutch is out. This car ain't worth much money. I would like to sell it to you." He said, "I can do. So I give you $50 and I tow your car to my shop. You give me the car." I said, "You're the man." So comes and gets my car, give me a ride back to his shop. I get a ride home. It's all good. I get $50. He takes my car off my hands. So I'm thinking things are fresh. Till a couple days later, I see my freaking car out on the road again. Not only that, it's got my license plates on it still. Think y'all know the gravity of that situation. I called up the guy and said, "Yo, Holmes, what the frick? This dude's driving my car with my license plate." He said, "I will take care of it, sir. Don't worry about it." I never saw my car again. I don't know what happened. I sure as crap hope he took the plates off it. But I never heard anything again. We're going to end it here. This has been a long video. My arm's tired from using my left hand blursy, but it was fun. So, hope y'all enjoyed. Tell me some stories about some of your zany car adventures. Like, subscribe, share, do whatever you want. Hope y'all good. Hope you're doing good. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.